Hey everyone, my name's Cain. Cain The Abyss is my artist name. And to be honest, like my journey into the art realm, I feel like I've always been on a journey. Ever since I can remember, like I've been creating something and like stubbornly trying to like manifest my ideas like into reality, like on paper, canvas, anything really. It's like when I was like 5 years old, I just used to like obsessively like stay in the same place and not move until I got it right. You know, people say that they have like artist block, and I literally feel like it's like the opposite for me. I have way too many ideas. As long as I can, you know, be in flow and get some of them out at least and share what I can see with people, then I'll be happy to do that. And I can inspire other people as well to do the same. Because I just want people to be creative and like, tap into yourself, because everyone's powerful. But yeah, I have inspirations all over the place. Like artistically, people like Salvador Dali or Alex Gray, like very psychedelic, otherworldly, like ethereal type of art. That type of art really grabs me. But at the same time, I can like appreciate more like traditional forms of art, like a Michelangelo type painting, for example, is something I'm really looking at now. And I'm trying to like fuse that absurd, spiritual, surreal element with like that traditional type of like format. Nipsey Hussle again has been one of my greatest and most recent motivations for like the past 2 years, in terms of like trying, you know, not even trying, let me take that out of my vocabulary, pushing for ownership and you know, just owning your empire and building vertically so you can express yourself however you want to express yourself. Because again, you know, we're in this life, we're having to adult and play the game. So I was just kind of want to play it on my terms. Now when I pop style, laying everything down. Better have that white towel waving. I don't know, like someone called me. Play on words. is a play on words, because before my tag on Instagram was Cain The Abyss, I used to get a lot of ideas and a lot of downloads high, and mad visuals used to come to me. Okay. I have never even done any psychedelics before, but the type of things that I can see already is like crazy. But yeah, I just didn't know I couldn't remember who gave me that name. So I was like, like I'm not resonating with this because I know it didn't come from me and I can't, it's not clear, it's not a clear channel. So I was just thinking, what sounds like the name, but also like speaks to me? And I just thought Cain The Abyss sounds similar to Cain The Abyss, but yeah, like, I can't help but being deep. I know it sounds silly. I can't help but like when I speak to people, we just somehow always end up talking about the intricacies of life and the universe. And I was like, okay, fuck it. This is just who I am. I can't be afraid to just, you know, when you just shine your light, you attract who you need to attract, who likes the look of your light and, you know, gravitates towards it. Exactly. Kind of like a lighthouse analogy, I guess. Honestly, this is gonna sound like such a typical spiritual answer, but like my ancestors, I guess, everyone who's come before me and who's lived lifetimes and done all, you know, the work within themselves, like, because at the end of the day, like your DNA is like a literal memory bank of everyone who's come before you. And like, I literally just feel that spirit like inside of me. It's something that moves me. I don't really know where it comes from, but I mean, that's the thing. It can come naturally to some people, and I think it's come naturally to me because I've like stayed in touch with my childhood per se. If you like think about it, like I'm an artist right now. At the same time, when I was a child in my childhood, that's what my play was. And you know, growing up in this society, you're subconsciously like guided to let go of things that you played with as a child. Like stop being childish, it's time to grow up. All of those types of things that you get programs with. Art's not a job, exactly. But just being stubborn like that, just clinging on to like your childlike self. Because when you look at children, they're in tune. Yeah. Like they're our template. Realistically, that's what we should be aiming to go back to. You know, like what they say with old people, they age backwards mentally, even though they're aging obviously physically. They get back to a childlike state and they're more playful, they're more open and more accepting and in the moment, because where else can you be but now? Yeah. Like as an adult, yeah, you're given all these responsibilities and things to worry about by this old paradigm that is kind of breaking down right now. But I feel like it's been fashioned to keep you constantly out of the present moment, constantly thinking about the next thing. You know, when I get some money, I can do this, I can be this, but like all that power is in you right now. And I think that's my motivation, like accessing that now, like that power in me now. I've always had like sort of voices like in my head. It sounds pretty crazy, but like guiding me and like whispering me to tell me what to do. And every single time I ignore my intuition, I see why I should have listened to my intuition. So guidance, that inner guidance. Yeah, everyone's got that inner compass, that inner power, and we just have to tap into it and live by it. Because when you live by it, amazing things can happen for you. And I guess my main goal with that as well is to, looking inwardly, should I say, is to know myself. That is definitely something I want to do. Basically, again, following on from the last point, like children are in touch, and today's kids, they are like light years ahead. When I took the workshop, basically what I did was I called it the imagination workshop, and I centered it around the idea that everything in your reality. So this is one of the opening statements that I said to the children who were year 4 and 5. And I said to them, look around the room, everyone, look around the room. Just look around the room, people, and tell me what you can see. And of course they were throwing their hands up. I can see this, I can see that. And I said, what's the common thing like between everything that you've just named? And they looked a bit stumped, like, I don't know, like, you tell us. So then I said to them, and I had diagrams and everything of like the universe and your brain and like the similarities. But I said to them, basically, everything in the room around you was in someone's mind first. Like someone had to imagine it. And just that little realization, I know it sounds simple, but just that little like nugget of knowledge, like a golden knowledge given to them, their minds were like blown. They were like, oh my God, yeah, like we can make anything we want. So then we made the end task that we were doing was to make like this big galaxy, and it was like a power word galaxy. So the middle said I am, and then they made like little segments of the galaxy with power words in it. So, and it was just to inspire that next generation to keep them creating, because again, you know, the people who come before have to do the work. So then the next generation have a lot less to do and a lot less to shed from themselves. And even when you think about things like knife crime, yeah, okay, at the end of the day, the children, and it's not normal, like, are perpetuating and carrying on that behavior and, you know, acting it out, but it doesn't come out of nowhere. Like, get them at that age, just get them to aspire. When you aspire, like, you're going to be thinking positively, and you're going to be thinking through the lens of what can I do to make this happen. You haven't got time to fall into, you know, situations and places and ideas and thoughts that can get you to somewhere like that. Ooh, you're so fat. Why do I do the feminine form so often in my artwork? I would say right now is because for the past maybe 5 years, I've like focused on actually channeling like that divine feminine energy that exists in all of us, like actually channeling it, because, you know, we live in like a hyper masculine world, right? It's like patriarchal right now, this paradigm that we're in. And so by default, as a male, especially as a black male, feeling like I need to compensate because, you know, black people are, again, you know, oppressed in certain ways through neo-colonialism and different ways, but of course that's a different conversation. You're given as a boy a template to try to be as masculine as you can, right? And growing up in a household full of women was good for me in that way, because I had a balance, you know, between the outside world where boys get mixed up in all kinds of crazy things due to like masculine ego, and then going home and then seeing obviously the women who love and like cherish me and are raising me around me. And like, I only really started to realize that like within the past 5 years, like tune into that thought. And yeah, I'm just kind of focused on like the female form, like capturing it, sort of just paying homage to it, I guess. Like, just like you said, like we're not equal. Like women can do specific things. The female body is designed to give life. Like my sister just gave birth, and even like going through that process of watching her do that, you know, like changing her body and describing to me in real time, like, yo, my spine's moving and like my ribs are like opening up and this is really uncomfortable, and all of that type of, that perspective, like get to see that, like you really get to respect women more, like, and just understand, you know, that the female energy is powerful and it's not to be overlooked and oppressed. Once you tap into that, like that raw, because that divine feminine is like raw creative potential, and like the divine masculine is like taking that energy of like action and going and doing it. Like once you combine both of those energies, you can do anything. There needs to be a guy who's doing the work, like to balance themselves with both that masculine and feminine energy, and to openly express to other guys like, yo, we can cherish women. And there's a lot of guys doing it now in my age group and in my generation. Both, I'd say. In my room at home, I've got like a whole wall of sketches that like I feel like I download mentally from I don't know where. I tap in sometimes through different ways. Meditation might be high sometimes. I might just be sitting there and talking to my ancestor altar, and like things just come to my mind. But yeah, generally I just get mad random ideas. Some pieces, of course, like if I'm doing work for like a company or I'm doing work for someone, then I'll plan it. But still, I'm using the element of sitting with it, getting the brief, just sitting down and being still, and then seeing what my mind like interprets like the concepts visually, like, and how it comes about. I don't actually have a favorite medium. Like, I like painting. I'm getting back into painting right now, but I pretty much just like using anything I really can. I mean, at the moment, I haven't drawn on paper for a while. I kind of missed that a little bit, but yeah, digital painting, I guess, is something that I'm more focused on right now. I'm just trying to go into new mediums. I haven't tried clothing yet for some reason. Shout me if you need some custom kicks. I'm out here. Abyss Leaps. I'm calling them the Abyss Leaps, by the way. The collaboration, by the way, is with the Domi store. It's a French urban streetwear brand. That's a really cool collaboration. Maybe if one day, you know, I'm going to speak this into existence, get my own collab with Nike or Adidas, and we can like make some great custom kicks. It's going to happen. Yeah, I'm putting it out there. It's happening, universe. Let's make that happen. I'll start, with just custom designs. And I'm doing custom jackets as well, all by hand as well, yeah. When you're doing it by hand, like on actual canvas or paper, I definitely like see a difference then, because with hands-on, your emotions and your breathing and everything, you know, that you're feeling sensational wise, like translates directly onto what you're doing. You're literally like sending immaterial energy from your mind, and then it obviously gets translated into like electrical currents in your brain through your nervous system out into a pen, which obviously uses the ink onto paper, like, and it's actually like the paper gains weight, like your actual immaterial ideas gains weight on paper, like you're channeling that energy, those thoughts directly out of you, and it just flows. Whereas digital, of course, think, and then you have time to like go back and delete it, and then, you know, like type a whole new like thought process out without the scribblings or the reminders of your thought before. Do you get what I mean? Yeah, these 2-pack teas are coming soon, people. Again, you're just reminding people of like an energy that they might resonate with when you express, you know, your artwork, but it's artwork that they can connect with because the subject is someone that they can connect with. 2-pack himself, you know, his message was powerful. Similar message to Nipsey. Nipsey built on that, but with financial guidance, and like gave massive game to us now. So there's a lot of creatives now who are switched on since he was martyred. There's a lot of brands, you know, that, especially now, because of the whole hype beast, like sort of wave going on, things like streetwear, clothes and all of that, they're not really like exclusive anymore. So if you can get your hands on some cool looking shit that is just done for you, like, yeah, the aesthetics are just next level, isn't it? And this whole line itself is like about being immortal, like, you know, your message, when you sit in your power and you just give it to people, you just express, your message becomes immortal. Hip hop, like genre-wise, like, yeah, I love the music, but hip hop influences my art mainly because hip hop, the culture, is what I've grown up through. Like not just the music. You know, hip hop is more than just music. It's the message, the determination of coming from somewhere, you know, that doesn't maybe look likely or facilitate your dreams, but you can go through the storm and just use your creativity and the people around you to build something great. And that whole spirit of hip hop, like that transformative, like boss up, just boss the hell up energy is what I'm on. Like that's what comes naturally to me. Yeah, I feel like hip hop is that mentality now, because again, hip hop is the biggest culture in the world right now, and it's not just accessible. It's not just music, right? Like, again, it started with a majority like Black people in urban areas, but now hip hop mentality is in Japanese kids, you know, European kids in, I don't know, Croatia or something. Like, it's the energy has just been given to everyone, and it's that struggle spirit. Like, we can persevere. Yeah. And again, like, since Nip died, his whole message has been immortalized too. Like, we're taking it back. We want ownership now. Yeah. Like, we're moving away from having middlemen and unnecessarily letting your creativity be like drained by middlemen, to own your creativity so you can express yourself how you want. And it's just nice to see like young people using the tools around them, the resources, like social media as a resource to get shit done, basically, like to just express themselves and get it cracking. One of my main hashtags for my brand, Cain The Abyss, is dig deep and display. Like, go deep within yourself, find out, you know, why you want certain things, who you are. And once you go on that inward journey, you can come back out of that inward journey, out of the darkness with that light that you found, and you can display it. Yeah. And it's a constant process. So, like, again, I'm not saying once you do it, you're done, you're finished, like you've conquered life, but it's a constant going in and excavating and shedding things that you've been given and coming back out, and, you know, coming back out on top, just that little bit brighter. Like, you're accumulating as much light as you can. And yeah, you're owning your stuff. Lately, I just say I'm out of town. I am planning to just now, like, you know, get into bigger paintings, like really big paintings, and start just expressing my ideas more fluidly and just getting it out there, like just sharing. And I'm going beast mode now. I'm not even trying, I'm going beast mode, and I just need to express my ideas. And again, like with the workshops with the children, I want to do that more, and host some, you know, paint classes if I can, and just start connecting with people and creatives and making stuff happen and create more of a creative buzz. Yeah. Especially around, if I could tie it with like spirituality and looking within and just getting on your shit, then yeah, like that's, you know, that's what I'm about, and I'll see where life takes me. Round 9, living alkaline. No worries, no worries. IAmHipHop magazine. This is Cain The Abyss. We're out here just building a creative scene. Chase your stuff, people. Peace. Into all that spirit inside us, they want you chasing the carrot. Want you feeding for products, they want you sick till you vomit, cause you no use when you conscious.